Hello and welcome back. My name is Glenn Smith, elder law attorney with Lifescape Law and Development. Congratulations, this is our last session, and we have covered a lot of ground. You now have a tremendous amount of information and resources to share with your clients. During this session, we'll examine crisis care planning, how you can help and guide a client needing immediate care, either inside or outside the home, in order to keep them safe. Let me share a true story with you. Joshua, a local CPA, called and set up an appointment for his longtime clients, Jim and Dorothy. During the initial consultation, attended by Jim and Joshua, Jim described the recent events giving rise to his concern. Dorothy was diagnosed with Alzheimer's some 9 years ago. While their children helped, Jim has been Dorothy's primary caregiver. Recently, Dorothy has become argumentative and abusive towards Jim, and she's become a flight risk, particularly during the night. Jim doesn't sleep well for fear of Dorothy's wandering. Jim's anxious, he's worn out. You see, Jim and Dorothy need immediate relief for what we call crisis care planning. Over the course of the following month, Jim, Joshua, and the Lifescape team put together a plan that allowed for doctors and nurses visits at home, a review and adjustment in Dorothy's medications, thereby reducing Dorothy's abusive behavior and wandering, allowed for home health care for Dorothy for up to 40 hours per week, and was paid for by MoHealthNet, Missouri's Medicaid agency. And to cap it all off, Jim and Dorothy kept 100% of their assets. From our experience, the need for crisis care generally arises from a loved one's fall resulting in a broken bone or severe injuries, a car wreck, a house fire, a medication mishap, someone wandering out of the house, or a serious lapse in memory. Occasionally, the spouse or family members are seeking immediate help because their loved one is exhibiting aggressive, paranoid, schizophrenic behavior that makes their loved one a danger to themselves or a danger to others. Crisis care planning gives the family caregivers the guidance needed to protect the legal, financial, and personal well-being of the loved one who needs immediate care. First, we'll examine who benefits from crisis care planning. Next, we'll share some of the basic strategies that are available to your clients to get the care that they need and retain most, if not all, of their assets. Finally, we'll share a few tips about two really user-friendly tools: Medicaid-compliant annuities and Medicaid-compliant promissory notes. Well, who benefits from crisis care planning? Well, it's folks that need immediate long-term care, either inside or outside the home, to keep them safe. It's folks who are completely dependent on others for self-care, or when immediate action is needed to pay for care without bankrupting the family. You see, every crisis care protection plan is customized to meet the needs of the client. And these plans will typically include elements of elder care, estate planning, life care planning, care coordination, VA and Medicaid benefits, advocacy services, and insurance support. We bring a coordinated view of all of these services. So what are some of the primary factors in determining the best practices, strategies in the plan? Well, number one, the cost of care needed. Second, the net income of the individual or couple. Next, the level of resources or assets that are available. The nature of those resources or the assets, whether they're liquid or qualified, that are available. The immediacy of the care needed. And when we look at resources, we start with those assets that the person or family has the most control or discretion over, and move to those with less control or less discretion. In terms of resources, we call them the significant seven. It's fixed income such as Social Security and pension, income regenerated from savings and investments, the conversion of home equity to cash, long-term care insurance or life insurance, Medicare and supplemental insurance for short periods of long-term care services. Next, we look at Veterans Administration benefits, and then finally, Medicaid benefits. Obviously, those primary factors, the cost of the care, the person's net income, the level of resources available, the nature of those resources, and the immediacy of the care that's needed, will significantly influence the options available and the best options for the client. For example, a client or a client family with, say, in excess of $1.6 million in available assets may consider and employ strategies that include asset protection, retitling various assets, or merely self-paying. Their primary concern may be care selection, care coordination, while protecting themselves from the catastrophic events that would substantially reduce their available assets or endanger their independence, comfort level, and options. On the other hand, for the majority of folks in crisis, your clients with less than $1.6 million in assets may benefit from the availability of two very different but related resources. First is aid in attendance, a pension benefit for veterans, spouses, and survivors that currently pays up to $2,266 per month to a married vet, $1,911 per month to a single vet, and up to $1,228 per month to a widowed spouse of a vet. Generally, aid in attendance benefits plus the individual or couple's monthly income will cover the cost of basic home care or the cost of assisted living care. And second, Medicaid benefits, aka the long-term care plan for the middle class. For those folks with assets of less than $1.6 million, Medicaid benefits planning will be a viable and essential option. Here's what you need to know: the big picture about Medicaid benefits planning. For married couples with one spouse needing long-term care, generally using what is called the whole loaf strategy, that couple will keep 100% all of their assets. The disabled spouse will receive Medicaid benefits covering his or her total cost of care. Second, the single person, or when both spouses need long-term care, generally using what is called the half-loaf strategy, the individual needing care will keep approximately 50 to 65% of his or her assets to be held by a trusted family member or friend, and that individual will receive Medicaid benefits covering a total of all of their cost of care. And there's more good news. There's 3 separate Medicaid programs with some variations in eligibility requirements that are commonly used for individuals needing care. First, home-based care. The care is actually provided in home, but Medicaid pays for the individuals to come in and provide that care. Second, assisted living facility care. Care is provided in an assisted living facility. And third, vendor or institutional care. Care is provided in a skilled nursing facility or memory care unit. More often than not, these clients come in thinking that they're going to lose their home or be bankrupt by the cost of the care. And when they hear the good news that we're sharing with you today, there's almost an immediate, oh, thank you. There is hope. Friends, you can be purveyors of hope as well. Both strategies, the whole loaf or the half loaf strategies, utilizes either a Medicaid compliant annuity or a Medicaid compliant promissory note as a means of converting countable assets into a stream of income for the family. What does Medicaid compliant mean? Well, Medicaid compliant simply means the financial instrument must be irrevocable, must be non-assignable, must be actuarially sound, meaning that the term of the annuity or the note must be fixed and must equal to or shorter than the owner's Medicaid life expectancy. And finally, it must provide equal monthly payments and must name the state Medicaid agency as a beneficiary, either after the well spouse or the ill spouse's death. And these Medicaid compliant annuities also work with qualified plans like IRAs or 401ks that are owned by the person in need of care or by his or her spouse. In addition, the client selects the payback term of these financial products, starting with as little as a 2-month payback. So, the client gets the funds back and can reinvest those assets with you, the financial advisor, within a short period of time. Thank you for investing in yourself to become better equipped to give sound guidance and advice to your aging clients and their family members with chronic illness, special needs, or disabilities. Our goal is not simply to inform you. It is to influence you. To influence you to share the good news with your aging clients. They have options, good options, especially if they are proactive. You know, they don't know what they don't know, but now you do. So share that good news. We'd love to talk with you about your practice, the services offered by Lifescape Law and Development, and how we might work together to serve others. Our commitment to you, make you look like a hero to your clients, to educate and equip you to have the answers, and to have a team that you can use as a resource when the need arises. Thank you again. You are moving in the right direction. We'd love to hear from you. Please do us a favor. Please take a couple of moments to complete our short survey. Contact us with any follow-up questions you may have, or just to discuss a client situation that you'd like to have some feedback on. We look forward to working with you and your clients. Until then, onward and upward.